Hi, I'm Neely, and I'm part of the Stephenville Run Club, and I'm here to bring some clarity to some of the confusing parts of running. So let's go. Strava. Strava is this incredibly complex thing. It is kind of like social media for runners, and also you can use Strava for swimming and for cycling. Working out. Strava can track a lot of different things, but for our purposes, we're going to stick to the running conversation because it's Steveville Running Club. So I'm just going to throw that out there. But Strava is an app that you can download onto your phone, and it can be used as a tracker. For a lot of us who have like watches, running watches, you track your run on your watch, and then as soon as you get finished, at least as soon as I do, I don't know how the magic happens, but magically my run goes from my watch, which is a Coros watch, to Strava automatically. So I don't have to do anything. I don't have to push buttons. It all just magically happens, and then here we are with my run for the day going straight to Strava. And everybody, there's different privacy settings that you can make for Strava, very similar to things like Facebook and Instagram, where you can let as many people see as much as you want on Strava. But some let me just talk about some of the negatives of Strava. So some of the negatives of Strava really have to do with that whole comparison thing. There's always going to be somebody who runs more miles than you. It's just the way it is. There's always somebody who runs those miles more quickly than you. And so Strava can, like, the comparison pit can hit real hard with Strava. And so it can be one of those things where that can negatively impact your psychology and make you not want to get out the door. The flip side of that is sometimes Strava can be an encouragement to you and be like, oh, this person went out and ran, so I can do it too. So I would encourage you to think of when you see other people's runs on Strava instead of, a jealousy type thing, or I wish I were them, or, they're just so naturally talented, all the things that we kind of tell ourselves. I would say the more you can wrap your brain around the idea that we're not competing against one another, we're just like working for ourselves here with running. And we can do that better when we embrace this idea that we're in this thing together. And so when you see somebody else's run who runs faster than you and farther than you and all those sorts of things, if you can wrap your brain around the idea of being happy for that person, that they had the ability to go do that, and being happy for yourself that whatever distance and whatever pace you have, what a great blessing and great opportunity for you to just get out and run. That's the way I try to look at it, is that each mile, each step is a gift and a blessing. So don't let Strava rob you of that blessing. Now, that said, when you hit the like button in Strava, that's called giving them kudos, and kudos are forever, y'all. They are forever. And right now, I'm trying to be like at the end of the year, Strava will give you a report on who gave you more kudos than anybody, and I'm trying to be the highest kudos for my wife, because like, we've got to give her kudos. But anyway, all that to say, Strava is just a place where it will track all of your miles, and it will track all of your miles for each week. It will track all of your miles for the year. There is a free version. That's what I use. A lot of people use the paid version, which is fantastic. Gives you a lot more access to different routes that people run. So if you're like, I don't know where to run, being a paid member of Strava, or at least getting like the 30-day free trial membership, would be a great way for you to see different routes in the area where you live, or in the area where you're planning to go on vacation, those sorts of things. If you want to be one of those crazy people who run on vacation, which I have been known to be one of those crazy people. So Strava gives you routes, those sorts of things. Another thing that Strava gives you is a thing called segments. And segments are just smaller pieces of a larger run. They can be super tiny, like a tenth of a mile, and they could be several miles for a Strava segment. But a Strava segment is just a segment where you can run that same piece of sidewalk or asphalt or whatever, and try to beat a time from when you've run it before. So there is a segment in my neighborhood running up a hill that goes out of my neighborhood. I like to run that Strava segment occasionally to see if I can run faster than I have before. It's kind of just a way to create smaller challenges that once again keep your psychology going to where you're like, maybe I can keep doing this and stay consistent, because that is the key. And so Strava can be a help in being consistent just because you have the Strava segments. So anyway, Strava does have, like, for groups. So Steenville Run Club has a group on Strava, and there are a lot of different groups and a lot of different people you can connect with. You can connect with professional runners, elite runners on Strava, and that's a really cool thing as well. But Strava, each group has like a leaderboard for the week, and so like Steenville Run Club leaderboard, if you want to look at that and see who's putting in a lot of miles, those sorts of things. So it's just a great way to connect to others via a social media platform that is designed for runners. And if you're a part of the Steenville Run Club Distance Challenge, which we do every year, Julie tracks all of that sort of stuff through Strava. So if you're a part of that, you pretty much have to get on Strava. But it's also, once again, it's fun to look through there and give people kudos and comment on people's runs, because then we are connecting to one another, and that's just going to help us be more consistent and to stay motivated.